Very well. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here I am, Professor Dr. Andre Sumitra MA, and at this presentation, we are going to learn more about understanding research paradigms. Now, we are going to know more about the definition and the characteristics of these three research paradigms. Now, we begin with positivism research as a paradigm. Positivism represents a research paradigm grounded in the belief that knowledge can be derived from observable and measurable phenomena. By understanding the positivist paradigm, doctoral candidates will gain insights into how this approach shapes research design and influences the interpretation of findings. Understanding the foundational principles of positivism is essential for doctoral candidates as it provides a framework for conducting research that prioritizes empirical evidence, objectivity, and the scientific method. Positivism represents a rational and empirical approach to knowledge acquisition, rooted in the belief that the scientific method is the most reliable means of understanding the world. While it's been influential in shaping various disciplines, including sociology and psychology, positivism also has its critics, yeah, who argue that it may oversimplify complex phenomena and overlook the subjective dimensions of human experience. At its core, positivism asserts that reality exists independently of human perception and can be objectively studied through systematic observation and experimentation. It assumes that there are objective truths that can be discovered through rigorous scientific inquiry, and that these truths can be generalized across different contexts. Positivism is philosophical and research paradigm that emerged in the 19th century, yeah, particularly associated with the works of Auguste Comte and later developed by scholars such as Emil Durkheim. Positivism holds the fundamental belief that knowledge should be based on observable and measurable phenomena, emphasizing empirical evidence and scientific methods in the pursuit of understanding the world. There are six key characteristics of positivism. Uh, First, uh, empiricism. Yeah, positivism prioritizes empirical evidence obtained through direct observation and sensory experience. Yeah. Second, objectivity. Yeah. Positivism seeks to maintain objectivity in the research process, striving to minimize bias and personal interpretation. The third is quantification. Positivism often favors quantitative methods of data collection and analysis, such as surveys, experiments, and statistical techniques. Fourth, determinism. Positivism assumes that natural and social phenomena operate according to deterministic laws that can be discovered through scientific investigation. The fifth, reductionism. Positivism tends to break down complex phenomena into simpler components in order to analyze them more effectively. And the sixth, scientific method. Yeah, the scientific method is central to positivism. Positivist researchers adhere to a systematic and rigorous approach to inquiry, following established procedures for formulating research questions, designing studies, collecting data, and analyzing findings. The scientific method involves the formulation of hypotheses, the testing of this hypothesis through empirical observation, and experimentation, and the drawing of conclusions based on evidence. By adhering to the scientific method, positivist researchers ensure that their research is conducted in a systematic, transparent, and replicable manner, enhancing the reliability and validity of their findings. For example, using this positivism paradigm, we can take example title the impact of interest rate changes on consumer spending, a quantitative analysis. This research study aims to quantitatively analyze the relationship between changes in interest rates and consumer spending behavior using econometric models and statistical analysis. The study examines historical data on interest rates and consumer spending patterns to identify correlations and causal relationships. The research adheres to positivist principles by prioritizing empirical evidence and objective measurements to derive conclusions about the impact of interest rate changes on economic behavior. So this is example research using positivism paradigm. Now we go to the second paradigm, interpretivism. Yeah. In contrast to positivism, interpretivism embraces the subjective nature of human experience and emphasizes understanding social phenomena from the perspective of those being studied. By grasping interpretative paradigms, doctoral candidates will appreciate the richness and complexity of qualitative research. Understanding more about the foundational principles of interpretivism will bring us to explore more about concepts such as meaning, context, and the role of the researcher as an active participant. Interpretism is commonly associated with qualitative research methods such as ethnography, phenomenology, and narrative inquiry, which prioritize exploring subjective experiences, meanings, and perspectives. These methods often involve in-depth interviews, participant observation, and analysis of textual or visual data to uncover the complex series of human experience and social phenomena. Interpretivism, also known as interpretive or constructivist paradigm, is a philosophical and research approach that emphasizes the subjective nature of human experience and the importance of understanding social phenomena from the perspective of those being studied. In contrast to positivism, which prioritizes objective, observable facts, interpretivism acknowledges the role of individual interpretation, meaning making, and context in shaping social reality. Overall, interpretivism offers a valuable perspective for understanding the richness and diversity of human experience, emphasizing the importance of context, meaning, and subjectivity in social research. By embracing the subjective nature of human reality, interpretative research contributes to a deeper understanding of complex social dynamics and the lived experiences of individuals and communities. At least there are four key principles for interpretivism. First is subjectivity and meaning. Yeah, interpretivism recognizes that individuals attach subjective meanings to their experiences, actions, and interactions. Second, contextual understanding. Yeah, context is crucial in interpretivism. Researchers recognize that social phenomena are embedded in specific contexts and understanding this context is essential for comprehending the meaning attributed to actions or event. Third, role of the researcher. Yeah, in interpretivism, researchers are viewed as active participants rather than neutral observers. The researcher's role involves engaging with participants, understanding their perspectives, and interpreting their experiences. Fourth, qualitative research method. Interpretivism is closely associated with qualitative research methods. Yeah. Qualitative methods such as interviews, participant observation, and content analysis are well suited for capturing the depth and nuance of subjective experiences. These methods allow researchers to explore the richness of human behavior, interactions, and the meanings people attach to their lives. And the fifth, this paradigm emphasizes on diversity and complexity. Interpretivism embraces the diversity and complexity inherent in social phenomena. Rather than seeking universal laws or generalizations, interpretivists appreciate the unique and context-dependent aspect of each social situation. For example, uh, using this paradigm, we can have example research under the title Understanding Organizational Culture, a qualitative exploration of employee perceptions and values. This qualitative research study seeks to understand the organizational culture of multinational corporation through the perspective and experiences of its employees. Using in-depth interviews, focus groups discussion, and participant observation, the study explores the meanings, values, and social dynamics that shape the organizational culture. So, by adopting an interpretivist approach, the research prioritizes subjective experiences and contextual understanding, aiming to uncover the complex and nuanced aspects of organizational culture that quantitative methods may overlook. The last, we would like to know more about the definition and characteristic of pragmatism, yeah, paradigm. So pragmatism as a research paradigm emphasizes the practical consequences of research and the integration of diverse methods to address complex research questions. Yeah, the doctoral candidates will explore how pragmatism seeks to bridge the gap, yeah, between positivism and interpretivism, promoting a flexible and problem-solving approach. Pragmatism is a research paradigm that emphasizes the practical consequences of research and encourages the integration of diverse methods to address complex research questions. Rooted in the philosophical tradition of pragmatist thinkers such as Charles Sanders, Peirce, William James, and John Dewey. So, pragmatism in research acknowledges the dynamic and practical nature of inquiry. It seeks to bridge, yeah, the gap between positivism and interpretivism by promoting a flexible and again, yeah, problem solving approach to research. And this research has several key principles, yeah: practical consequences, integration of diverse methods, problem solving orientation, flexibility and openness, bridging positivism and interpretivism, contextual and situational understanding. Okay, example for using this paradigm, adopting sustainable business practices, an integrated approach. Yeah, the study employs a mixed method approach here, combining quantitative survey with qualitative case studies. The quantitative surveys gather data on the prevalence and impact of sustainable practice, while the qualitative case studies provide detailed insights into the motivations, challenges, and outcomes of sustainability initiative. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.